All right, welcome. Over the next few minutes, we're going to lay out the entire roadmap for launching a really successful e-commerce business. We're talking turning that great idea of yours into an actual thriving online store.
So let's just get right to it. Are you ready to dive in and launch your online business? Because honestly, the opportunity has never been bigger than it is right now.
And we're not going to waste any time. Think of this as your 5-minute fast-track guide. We've basically designed a step-by-step explainer to get you from zero to launch. So let's get started.
Okay, first things first, we've got to talk about the foundation, right? You have to understand the massive opportunity that e-commerce presents today.
I mean, think about it. The world has totally shifted online. This whole digital revolution has completely changed how we all shop. And that has thrown the doors wide open for entrepreneurs just like you to build a business and reach customers pretty much anywhere, anytime.
But, before you can sell a single thing, you need a blueprint. So let's talk about that first really critical decision, picking the right business model that actually fits your vision. First up is B2C, or business to consumer. Now, this is the classic retail model you're probably most familiar with, where a brand sells directly to people like you and me. And while it's the most common way to go, the real challenge today isn't just selling. It's figuring out how to stand out in a super crowded market and deal with the rising costs of finding new customers. Then, on the other hand, you've got B2B, which is business to business. Here, your customer isn't just one person, it's a whole other company. We're talking about selling things like office supplies, software, or even raw materials in huge quantities. It's a completely different ballgame, usually with much bigger orders and, well, longer sales cycles. Now, a model that has just absolutely exploded in popularity is DTC, direct to consumer. This is where brands decide to just bypass all the traditional retail middlemen and sell straight to their customers. It gives them total control over their brand, their data, and that customer relationship. It's definitely a high-control, high-reward kind of play, but it also means you're responsible for literally everything. And finally, let's talk about dropshipping. This one's incredibly popular for new entrepreneurs, and for good reason. You basically act as the storefront, but a completely separate third party handles all the inventory, the warehousing, and the shipping. It's super low overhead, which is great, but the trade-off is that you do sacrifice some control over that final customer experience.
Okay, whichever model you end up choosing, please do not skip this next step. Research. You absolutely have to understand who you're competing against and, maybe even more importantly, who exactly you're trying to sell to. Tools like Google Trends and SEMrush are just fantastic for spotting what's hot and finding where those golden opportunities might be hiding. Okay, so you've got a plan in place. Now it's time for the really fun part, actually building your online store. Let's take a look at the tools of the trade. Choosing your platform is a massive decision. And really, the key is matching the tool to what you need. So if you're just starting out and you want to get up and running fast, Shopify's ease of use is just unmatched. If you're a WordPress pro who wants total control and customization, then WooCommerce is going to be your best friend. And for those really complex enterprise-level projects that need to scale big time, Magento is the undisputed heavyweight champion. So your store is built. It looks amazing. But now, you need customers. Let's talk about how to actually get people in the virtual door. The first strategy you should think about is a long-term play. It's SEO, or search engine optimization. This is all about making your store show up on Google for free. It really breaks down into 3 key parts. First, knowing the words people are actually searching for. Second, optimizing all your pages around those words. And third, making sure your site is technically solid. I mean fast and super easy to use on any device. But what if you need traffic, like right now? Well, that's where paid advertising is the answer. Platforms like Google, Facebook, and Instagram let you put your product directly in front of your ideal customer with unbelievable precision. And for building your brand, seriously, don't sleep on video content on platforms like TikTok and YouTube. So you're making sales. That is fantastic. Now we need to pop the hood and look at the engine room of your business, the operations that keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. This really comes down to 2 key areas. First, inventory management. You need to know exactly what you have in stock at all times, and tools like Zoho Inventory help with that. And second, shipping and logistics. You've got to partner with reliable providers like DHL or even use something like Amazon FBA to get your products into your customers' hands reliably and on time. Okay, your business is up and running, but how do you make it better? How do you actually scale it? Well, the answer to that is always in the data. You should think of these tools as your compass. Google Analytics tells you what is happening on your site, where your traffic is coming from and what's leading to a sale. Then a tool like Hotjar comes in and tells you why it's happening by showing you exactly how people are interacting with your pages. When you use them together, they give you the insights you need to make really smart decisions for growth. When it's all said and done, it all boils down to this. Building a successful e-commerce business isn't about some single magic trick. It's about how you integrate 3 core pillars: having a really smart plan, a great marketing engine, and smooth, reliable operations. So, I guess the only question left is, where are you going to begin? What's going to be the very first brick you lay in building your e-commerce empire? Thanks so much for watching.